Austin the Dark Lord here. Another technical difficulty. I lost the opening of the whole Fat Pack thing. So, I'm gonna go over the guild leaders. And if you want to see what I got in my Fat Pack, skip this whole segment of the guild leaders. So, starting with the Old Azorius, which was Grand Abider Augustus the fourth. Legendary creature, Human Advisor, 2/3. 2 colors, a white and a blue. White spells you play cost 1 less to play. Blue spells you play cost 1 less to play. Spells your opponent plays must cost 1 or more to play. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's all 1 colorless less for the white and blue spells that you play. So, I mean, if you're running him, of course your deck's gonna have white and blue spells. So he's actually really good, I think. Now on to the new one, which is Asperia the Supreme Judge, legendary creature. Sphinx. It's a 6/4, 2 colorless, a white and a 2 white, 2 blue. Flying whenever a creature attacks, you or a planeswalker you control, you may draw cards. So that's also really good for it's not the best out of the new guild leaders, but the draw ability gives you a high card advantage, which is awesome. Old Boros is Razi Boros Archangel, which is 4 colorless, 2 red, 2 white, legendary creature angel, and she's a 6/3. Flying Vigilance Haste. Tap the next 3 damage that would be dealt to target creature you control. This turn is dealt to another target creature instead. I prefer the new one, which is Aurelia the War Leader. 2 colorless, 2 red, 2 white, legendary creature angel. Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever Aurelia the War Leader attacks, for the first time each turn, untap all creatures you control. After this phase, there are an additional combat phase, and she's a 3/4. I like her. I think she's a bit overpowered though. So sorry about that pause. My grandma's being crazy. There she is. That deck, Lord of Secrets, is the old dimmer. Three colorless, 2 blue, 2 black, legendary creature vampire. Flying. If says deck, Lord of Secrets would deal combat damage to a player, instead put that many +1/+1 counters on says deck, and that player puts that many cards from the top of his or her library into his or her graveyard, and it is a 5/5. Now every time I think about this, I kind of question why some of these good old guild leaders died and why they were replaced with something not so good. Lazav Dimmer Mastermind, 2 blue, 2 black. Legendary creature Shapeshifter. He's a 3/3 hexproof. Whenever a creature is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you may have Lazav Dimmer Mastermind become a copy of that. Except its name is Lazav Dimmer Mastermind, it's a legendary. It's legendary and additional to its other types, and it gains hexproof and its abilities. Like for example, this I prefer this over Gerard. Sisters of Stony Death. 4 colorless, 2 black, 2 green, legendary creature Gorgon. Pay 1 green, Target creature blocks Sisters of Stone Death this turn if able. Pay a black and a green. Remove from the game target creature blocking or blocked by Sisters of Stone Death. 2 colors, a black. Put a creature card removed from game with Sister of Stone Death into play under your control, and it's a 7/5, which is also amazingly good. But she did cost pretty much. Now the new one is Gerard Golgari Lord. 2 black, 2 green, legendary creature, Zombie Elf. Gerard Golgari Lord gets a +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. Pay 1 colorless, a black, and a green. Sacrifice another creature. Each opponent loses life equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Sacrifice a swamp in the forest. Return Gerard from your graveyard to your hand. So in other words, he's pretty decent, you know. Pretty beast. Probably a good command. Tried him. I'm more of an it's my commander. Borborygmos or Bobo, as some people call him. 3 colorless, 2 red, 2 green. Legendary creature Cyclops. Trample. Whenever Borborygmos deals combat damage to a player, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. And he's a 6/7. Funny thing about the new Borborygmos Enrage or Bobo the Rage, his power and toughness have switched. It's 7/6 instead of 6/7. He's a 4 colorless, 2 red, 2 green, legendary creature Cyclops. Trample. Whenever Borborygmos Enrage deals combat damage to a player, reveal the top 3 cards of your library. Put all hand cards revealed this way into your hand, and the rest into the graveyard. Discard a land card. Borborygmos Enrage deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Pretty beast, right? Yeah. Then visit the Firemind. Two colorless, blue and red. 2 blue, 2 red. Flying whenever you draw a card. Then visit the Firemind deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Tap, draw a card. He's a 4/4. Win combo. Curiosity. Tap. Draw. I win. You lose because I just killed you by drawing cards. The new Niv Mizzet, the Draco Genius. 2 colorless, 2 blue and 2 red. Legendary creature Dragon Wizard. Flying. Whenever Niv Mizzet Draco Genius deals damage to a player, you may draw a card. Pay blue and red. Niv Mizzet Draco Genius deals 1 damage to target creature or player, and he's a 5/5. Funny thing about Niv Mizzet Draco Genius, his ability is technically the opposite of Firemind. And now they add Wizard instead. He's not just a dragon, he's a dragon wizard. I don't know how that works, but it's magic, right? Ghost Council of Orzhov. 2 white, 2 black. Legendary creature Spirit Lord. When Ghost Council of Orzhov comes into play, target opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Pay 1 color, sacrifice a creature. Remove Ghost Council of Orzhov from the game. Return it to play under its owner's control at the end of turn. So, pretty cool. Of the deck, Ghost Council, 1 color. 2 white, 2 black. Legendary creature Spirit Advisor. When Obzet Ghost Council enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 2 life. You gain 2 life. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile Obzedet. If you do, return it to the battlefield under your owner's control. At the beginning of your next upkeep, it gains haste. The fun. Rakdos the Defiler, 2 colorless, 2 black, 2 red. Legendary creature Demon. Flying Trample. Whenever Rakdos, the Defiler, attacks, sacrifices half of the non-demon permanents you control, rounded up. Whenever Rakdos deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices half of the non-demon permanents he or she controls, rounded up. Rakdos, Lord of Riots. 2 black, 2 red. Legendary creature Demon. You can't cast Rakdos, Lord of Riots, unless your opponent has lost life this turn. Fly and Trample. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each 1 life your opponent have lost this turn. I've noticed that they actually made the guild leaders a little bit more even than they did in the old one, and a lot easier to get out depending on what guild you're playing. Course of the Conclave. 4 colorless, 2 green, 2 white. Legendary creature Dryad. Forest Walk. As an additional cost to cast creature spells, you may pay an amount of mana, any amount of mana. If you do, that creature enters the battlefield with that many +1/+1 counters on it. It is a 3/8. Why did they give me the commander one, not the legit one? That upsets me. So we have Tristanius Lesnia's Voice. Legendary creature Dryad. 2 green, 2 colorless. 2 white. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to the creature's toughness. You gain pay 1 colorless, 1 green, 1 white. Tap Populate. If you don't know what Populate is, this is what it is. Put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of a creature token you control. Pretty awesome. Old Simic. Mormir Vig. Simic Visionary. 3 colorless, green and a blue. Legendary creature Elf Wizard. Whenever you play a green creature spell, you may search your library for a creature card and reveal it. If you do, shuffle your library and put that card on top of it. Whenever you play a blue creature spell, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put that card into your hand. 2/2. So, double ability tests have the mana to cast 2 creatures at once he's on the field. That would be kind of cool. Prawn Speakers in Ghana, my favorite guild leader other than Niv Mizzet. It's a 2 colorless, 2 green, 2 blue. Legendary creature Merfolk Wizard. Prawn Speakers in Ghana enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the greatest power among other creatures you control. When Prawn Speakers in Ghana enters the battlefield, draw cards equal to its power. So that's all the guild leaders. Some of the old 10 were actually a lot better than some of the new 10, and some of the new 10 kind of make the gear a bit more fair. Back to Dragon Maze Fat Pack. Too bad you guys won't see me open the boosters packs. I'm still excited that I got this because my beloved girlfriend got it for me. So the poster is Maze's End. It's actually a really cool poster, but that card's a piece of crap. You get the little Maze End card collector. Funny, for once they don't have a random piece of paper here because they had a random piece of paper there for the gate crash because they had so little cards. Now into the box we go. So my Dragon Maze dice is Simic, which makes me happy because I am in the Simic guild member. 80 land. You can never have enough land in this game. 2 Dragon Maze boxes with Ral Zarek and Tessa. So I made a $20 profit off this box. So I want to show you like the main cards that I was happy to get. So I'm gonna save out the expense here. Just make sure everything's in order. That could go there. I'm gonna save the expense. So let's do it this way. So give and take. Here's give and take, everybody. Put 3 1/1 counters on target creature. Remove all 1/1 counters from target creature you control. Draw that many cards. So that's going into my green-blue merfolks. Then I got a foiled Deputy of Arcus. It's actually a really pretty foil. Foil of all 4 of the guilds. And a foil Runner's Bane. That's also a really cool foil. Disappointment. Ready and willing. Makes me sad. Render Silent. Some people may be looking for that because that's actually one of the high cards that people are looking for. Renounce the guilds. Okay. Malik. Is it Paragon? Zurta Ancient. Evix. Rakdos Bloodwitch. Overgrown Tomb. Mythic 1. Verdronic Mimic. One of the cards I'm looking for. 3 more. Also looking for the Blood Baron and Ralzeric. Council of Absolute. This is also, if this is for trade. Anyone willing to trade a Verdronic Mimic for it, that would be awesome. Voice of Reassurance. Blood Baron or Ralzeric. It's a very expensive card, so both could probably cover it. Last night it was going at 30, so it might have gone up because how good it is. Those are all the really important cards I got that you all care about. I do have other cards for trade. I have like this whole stack. Oh, yeah, Soldier Token. That's actually really interesting. Guild Gate's lovely. Thing really spectacular in here. I think so far. I mean, Warlord's Helix. That's actually a spectacular card. Random Ad. What else do I have? Oh, that's 2 Warlord's Helix. Interesting. Nothing too big. Oh yeah, Caress Incubator. That's also going to go into my Merfolk deck because that's going to help me get the 1/1 counters I need on creatures. Not much in here, but yes. Also, I'm making a skeleton deck for lols because skeletons are fun. I believe that is all the cards that are intriguing. If there's anything you may be looking for, hit me up on Facebook at www.facebook.com Planeswalkers Inc. or facebook.com/Planeswalkers Inc. That is it for today's podcast. This is Austin the Dark Lord out.